Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope everyone is doing well. Sorry I had to move it back a little bit so I could get reinforcements for kids because they have a snow day and they're insane. But it happens. So we're here now. So let's say hi to everybody and then we'll get rolling. D. Linda and Impish over on Rumble. If you are a Rumble fan, go over and hit that plusy like, thumbs up, whatever it is these days. And on YouTube, we have Impish. Good to see you. Snafu. Good to see you. Yep. Stevie. Good to see you, buddy. Linda. Good to see you this morning. Because you love me. What time Tuesday? Did you see my Discord message? Jess and I are trying to figure it out. Whatever. I'm not going to wait for you. Just tell me on Discord. So this is how I was going to... Why is that there? So I was going to break down into all 50 states, kind of do the highlights and show you what's there to do, why you should go visit, and all those good things. So, of course, the one I'm going to start with is the one that I know the most, the state I call home, and the greatest state for now until tonight when Whitmer gives her address, which I will be covering live with live reaction. State of the State address by the governor. Somebody, But I think it's important to know what people are doing. So we're going to do that this evening. So Michigan did this ad campaign where they highlighted some different areas throughout the state. And they did what's called Pure Michigan commercials. I don't know if anybody's ever seen them. But of course, everybody parodied them. So I have a couple parody ones that we'll look through. They're pretty short. This one, well, we'll start with this one. So Michigan's roads are terrible. So I'll highlight the bad stuff first. But so this is pothole season.
The end of a Michigan winter means one thing: pothole season. The Mitten State has the worst road.
It probably is going to be. It should be. If not, I'm going to get myself in trouble.
Roads in the country. When the Motor City says some tires are built to last, well,
that's a big tire. That's on 94 right outside the airport. It used to be the fairground ride for the state fair. And then they moved it out here and put advertising on it, but that's a huge tire.
Oh, that's some bullshit. Over 3 million Metro Detroiters are learning to start their every workday with changing a busted tire. Even the toughest vehicles are handling the roads like total pussies. State officials say the problem is not the semi-trucks that go unweighed, and that they have solved the issue with a very complex solution by tossing a little gravel over the hole. Now, some might say there are bigger problems facing America than potholes. Between the school shootings and just every other asshole that you have to deal with day in and day out, it's a wonder why anybody even leaves the house anymore. And when the morning commute has now turned into a live-action version of Mario Kart, well, the people here have had enough. But in the end, all Michiganders can do is truck on and hope to survive the long ride home knowing one sad truth: there is no end to pothole season. Shitty roads in the Motor City. It's pure Michigan.
Exactly. So that's shitty roads. I was hoping Ravenhood would stop by because I got one specifically for Raven. Yeah, our roads are so terrible, and everybody else says, "Oh no, our roads are bad too." No, Michigan roads are garbage. Here's one about Matthew Stafford and making fun of Lions fans, which makes me happy. Oh, Raven's here. Okay, I got a Royal Oak one for you. We'll play Ravens first.
Downtown Royal Oak brings to mind one word: douchebag. There are douchebags who walk the street every day. You have your artsy douchebag, your hipster douchebag. You have your gay douchebag, and yes, you have your lesbian douchebag. You even have biker douchebags. On Wednesdays, you get the chopper riding douchebags. And on Thursday nights, you get the crotch rocket douchebags. Grown men who know that the greatest status symbol in life is an oversized moped. Yes, Royal Oak is the epicenter of douchebaggery. And on many nights, they congregate here at Blackfin.
Yep.
And if a young lady is lucky enough, she just might be able to bring a douchebag home with her. Douchebags. Royal Oak. Pure Michigan.
Royal Oak's a nice area. But yeah, there's a lot of douchebags there. This is Not So Pure Michigan. He's a smaller channel. Go and give him some love if you're into this. I think they're funny. And we'll play one more. We'll play the Stafford one and then stop stealing this content.
Matthew Stafford is going to the Super Bowl, and it's pure Michigan. For 12 years, he suffered as a Lion, but fans always showed their love for number 9 because they know Matthew gave Detroit his everything, and the Lions organization gave him nothing except $200 million. While living in Michigan, the Staffords had to rough it in a $6.5 million home, but fans are happy to see the quarterback can now relax in his $20 million LA pad. But money isn't everything, and neither is California sunshine. And fans know the Staffords truly miss Michigan and our beautiful winters, with snow so shitty it's brown. Now, some will argue Stafford never won a meaningful game in Detroit, or that he wasted the career of Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson. But those are not real Lions fans, because real Lions fans wear Rams jerseys, or even a half Rams, half Lions jersey, because they know this is the closest Detroit will ever come to a Super Bowl. So when the big game goes down and it's quiet outside Ford Field, Matthew Stafford can smile, knowing his Michigan fan base will be cheering him on like a bunch of pathetic losers. Matthew Stafford and pathetic losers. It's pure Michigan.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. So that went down when Stafford got traded out to LA. Everybody was wearing half Lions, half Rams jerseys. He doesn't like you. I hate Matt Stafford. I met him. He's a douche. Not a fan. Not a fan. So we're going to get into some of the stuff and we'll stop at certain things. Detroit Institute of Arts, it's okay. Henry Ford. So for anybody who's not from Michigan, the Henry Ford Museum of American Innovation. I thought there was more to it than this. Oh, here. It's got Greenfield Village, which is all the historic homes and stuff. They still do carriage rides, that kind of jazz. It's a really pretty area. And then the actual Museum of Innovation has a ton of cars, trains, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I know. It was doing that the other day. Yeah, Henry Ford's a good time. It's something. It's on one of those you must do if you come to Michigan. Detroit Zoo is getting better, but not great. This place is really cool. Yeah, they do. Stop yelling at chat. Yeah, they have the presidential cars, the Kennedy, I think Johnson. There's a couple of them. Been so many times that it's like I can't remember, but they have aircraft there, all kinds of things. So it's pretty cool. So this is the Frederick Meyer Gardens in Grand Rapids. I've only been once. Yeah, we went not too bad, or not too long ago. Michigan doesn't. Well, I'll talk about some of them, but Michigan doesn't have a fantastic food place. So, but I'll get into some stuff. And I got you on the last part. So yeah, there's all kinds of sculptures. There's actual gardens out there, botanical gardens. It's a huge place. Probably go back out at some point, but it's a long ways away from us. Well, not really, but long enough to where I haven't been back. But so these are all the different sculptures, and as you can see, or art installations, there are tons of them. So that's a good place to go. And getting some stuff for. Come on. But we're not terribly great for food. There's some places that are good. Actually, there's a Mystic. Do you remember what they called that over by Henry Ford that we went to? That was really good. Looks like Red Smoke is down, so screw. There's a restaurant, and Mystic will know. No. Henry Ford, not in the Nasty Museum. No. Not quite. They hide that here. They have a Ford GT in there, though. It's pretty cool. Dearborn. See if that comes up. There we go. I found it. Ford's Garage. We went recently. This is right outside the footprint of the Ford World Headquarters. What's that like? Yeah, I have a couple of them to get to, but then we're gonna fight, Raven, because if we're not on the same side. This place was really good. We've only been one time. Yeah, I've been over there. I generally hate Ann Arbor. But that's a smaller one, but it's pretty. So this is Ford's Garage, and really good food, really good burgers. We were really impressed. We only went to one time, but it was really good. And it's like a garage, and there's all kinds of the old Ford stuff and that kind of deal. So, I tried to be fair and do both Slows and Red Smoke, but Red Smoke's website's not working, so screw Red Smoke. If you're eating anywhere, go down to the Greektown district and like downtown Detroit and go to Slows Barbecue. So good. So good. They put one in Corktown, but Corktown has terrible parking. Well, it all has terrible parking, but there's go in Midtown. There's one in Westland. So Slows Barbecue, fantastic. Yes, I'm in Michigan, Southeast Michigan. So we also have, if you've ever seen any of the foodie shows or anything like that, we have this Coney War because we are the king of Coney. I used to hang out in Dearborn. Yep. Well, there's a lot of those, but I don't know, Wild Red. I've had barbecue all across this great nation, and I love me some Slows. I like Red Smoke better, but their website's down, so screw Red Smoke. Back up. Yardbird. This is all Impish's fault. So we have this ongoing feud. There are two very small restaurants on like a corner in Detroit. And we'll see, Raven, are you American or Lafayette? Yep. So that's American, and they're right next to each other. So that's American Coney, and then Lafayette Coney is right next to it. And this is American to the right, and this is Lafayette. They're just little small hole in the walls. Both really good. Really good. I'm partial to American, but so that's a huge debate in Detroit. Temporarily closed. Oh, just for the day. So that's some of the food. As far as so when we get up north, but I think they changed that. There's a place called Wolf Lodge or Wolf something, and they make great, gigantic burgers. You can't get one of each. We notice who isn't the Detroiter in the chat. It's blasphemy to get one of each. Steve, you are starting to make me hate you more and more every day. More and more every day. We're just going to pause there for a minute. I will take you to American. It's so much better. Let's not lie. They're pretty much the same damn thing. But there's always this huge debate. Yeah. There's no space stuff here, Libby, unfortunately. Pictured Rocks we'll get to. Ann Arbor sucks. Detroit's terrible. But I love it. Just don't come to Detroit unless you're from Detroit. Like, I'm sorry. Yes, this is exactly. It is blasphemous to get it any other way than what they are. No, it's more like Windsor is South Detroit. That's what they're talking about in the Journey song. Windsor is South Detroit. We do. I'll get to that. It's called Flint, Michigan. And then Sleeping Bear National Lakeshore. So this was just kind of an overview, and then I have my faves, and I'm always curious to see what the hell they put up, but yeah, we're getting there. So I don't know why anybody would put Detroit as the number 2 place to visit, or Ann Arbor as the number 6. Like, don't do that, Joe. Don't come to Detroit or Ann Arbor. Hang on, I'm checking through. Oh, I'm always curious to see. Are you fucking kidding me? Sorry, day show. Shit. Mystic, and anybody else who knows Michigan in any form or fashion. How in the hell is Ypsilanti 14? How is Ipsy 14? And Pictured Rocks is 15. These people are high. Frankenmuth 17. Saginaw. This is the dumbest list. I'm going to use part of it, but this is the dumbest list. So if we continue north from our travel from the Grand Rapids, Detroit area, oh, I guess Mystic is joining us. Fantastic. No, you can. I don't care.
I figured I know the general idea of the topic.
So, Ipsy in this list is 14. How the
It's
hell does
because it's
that
historic.
happen? What's
Like,
historic? The
It's got like
shootings?
no, it's got like the old train depot and stuff that go through it.
Oh, blow me. Oh, I forgot about
It really
Yankee Air
does. It's
Museum.
got Yankee Air Museum. Like Ipsy's bigger than you think it is. Like anything that they didn't want to count, but they still counted, they just call it an Ipsy.
That's disgusting. So talk about Frankenmuth.
Frankenmuth is very cool. It's like an old random Germany town.
It's like a German Christmas town.
It is like a Christmas town. It makes people happy. They have like the world's largest Christmas store. So if you need like weird random ornaments, that's the only place to find them. Which is good because we have our spider baby. And so we needed to find a tarantula ornament and they had one. So that was a win.
So yeah, Frankenmuth is German. They have what's the restaurant there?
I don't know. We don't eat there because it's expensive.
It is, but so
We went to the brewery. That was pretty good.
yeah, but it
It
not
wasn't
great.
like Frankenmuth food. It was just the brewery.
Right. So it's called Bronner's Christmas Wonderland, and it's massive. It's a Christmas store. They have lights everywhere, and it's very German, very German.
German influence, like in the building structures and stuff. So it's really cool to look at architecturally.
They have Snowfest in November
That'd be
where
cool.
they do ice carving and stuff like that. So these are just some of the pictures. Zenders, there it is. So they're famous for their chicken dinners. It's really expensive. I've eaten better, but that's another one of those. If you're being a tourist, you go to Zenders. But as you can see, they're all kind of Bavarian buildings, very German architecture.
And it's close to the outlet mall.
Yeah, we don't care about that.
Well, that's what you do during the day. And then at night, you go to Frankenmuth because it's beautiful with all the lights.
Yeah. So going further west, if you go to Kalamazoo, we get to the Air Zoo. And the Air Zoo is probably the only space thing that is even close. I was hoping they'd have like pictures, but
The Air Zoo is really fun. You have pictures.
I know, but I was too lazy to do it. I don't know. So they have an SR-71 Blackbird there. They have all kinds of things. They have, there we go, SR-71. Is that the 71?
I don't know.
Yeah, 71B. Okay. They have all the, the military aircraft. They have some space stuff that they're starting to build there. They have the flight simulators, that kind of stuff. Really cool. And that's in Kalamazoo. Alien Worlds and Androids. I haven't seen
That
that.
looks cool. Shoot, we might have to go back.
But yeah, it's a great place. Like, really fun. Definitely worth a visit.
Well, and it's
So-
fun to take your kids because they have like some little rides, and then they also have like virtual reality kind of things too. So like it works for all ages, let's say.
What's so overrated? The Air Zoo?
No.
Steve's just trying to piss me off today. Saying Lafayette's better. The Air Zoo sucks.
There's nothing in Lafayette.
No, Lafayette County.
Oh. I thought you meant like the city.
No.
That's pretty.
Yeah. I was trying to kind of go up the state, so I was making sure I didn't miss anything. Grand Rapids is a fun city.
Grand Rapids is fun.
It's getting a little woke for my taste, but isn't everywhere. Holland
is
okay.
pretty. That's where you go to the beach.
So Holland is we have a lot of different influences of cultures here. No, they just call it the Air Zoo. It has rides. It has different historic aircraft, a bunch of stuff like that. It's really neat. If you're into flight or aerospace, it's a really neat place to go.
It's kind of like a museum with some small rideable interactive things. Right?
Yeah.
I would call it that. It's more like a museum with a little bit of entertainment.
So I had a map.
Yeah, it's
too.
definitely like a museum for the family.
100%. So I had a map at one point, and I don't know where the hell it went. 'Cause I thought that would be helpful.
Steve doesn't like the chicken place in Frankenmuth.
Oh yeah, it is 100% overrated. Hang on.
I don't think I've ever actually eaten a good chicken place.
It's so
In
expensive,
Frankenmuth.
and it's not that good. I'm not a fan.
What are you looking at?
Okay, so we kind of went in this area. Frankenmuth is up here in the Flint, north of Flint area. And then we went out to Grand Rapids. Don't go to Lansing. Went out to Grand Rapids. And don't go to Flint either, or Saginaw. Like, this whole corridor is just shit city. Don't do it.
If it's on the map, don't go.
Yeah. So now we're out to Holland, and Holland was the picture that I just showed you. Holland's very Danish. There's some great beaches on this side of the state. And littering the entire side of the state are lighthouses. We actually took a trip from here, the southern point, and photographed every single lighthouse all the way up the coast of Michigan.
Got to be real careful though, because a couple of those we had to walk almost 2 hours to get to because there is no road.
Yeah, there's a lot in Michigan that you have to walk to. So then if we get up into this area, Ludington, I have one for that. Let me find it. Damn it. Where did I put it? I guess we're done with that one. I didn't have one. So down the entire side of the state, we have sand dunes, big sand dunes. I know. Well, this is my first one, so I wanted to struggle through it and see how I wanted to do. So I appreciate y'all. But I definitely will, because this is not how I like to do it. But there's these giant sand cliffs all the way down the side. A lot of fun. All the way up to the Ludington area.
Fun tidbit: if you come to Michigan to go to the beach, nobody gets in Lake Huron. Everybody goes in Lake Michigan.
Yeah, Lake Michigan is the swimming beach. So, and these go all the way up to this Frankfort area. When I was playing high school football, we went to Camp Frankfort every year, and there's a giant sand hill that you had to like climb, blah blah blah. Anyways, there's really truly not much in this area. Like, it's pretty,
There's trees.
but there's not a whole lot. Petoskey's nice. Traverse City, it's beautiful. That's where you get the Traverse City Cherry Festival. Yeah, don't go around there. But anyways, you can do a lot here in Traverse City with wine tours.
It's best in the spring.
The Cherry Festival is in the fall, I believe, but
Like, if you go to Traverse City when the cherry blossoms are blooming, it is absolutely the most gorgeous thing you will see. However, then they all die within 3 days. So you have like a 3-day window to see all of these beautiful pink trees.
yeah, and they do a lot there. It's a big deal. It's a huge deal for them. So, but it's the Cherry Festival, and they have.
Oh, wait, scroll up on the thing. Benton Harbor is definitely the best beach.
Yeah.
Apostle Steve.
Drive through Michigan one time. Well, you probably can't go through Canada because what's in your bag?
It's
says
faster
photo
that
gallery,
way.
but there's no photos. So, anyways, National Cherry Festival. Everybody's probably heard of that. Ooh, that's not good. So I think I'm done with this now, because then we can go. Yeah, this segment will get a lot better.
Sheboygan.
So I don't normally go over to the east side of the Presque Isle, the Alpena, Sheboygan area. That's just not my thing, so I don't go there. Pellston, they actually have an airport.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So then we get to the lovely Mackinac Bridge. So this is where the Lower Peninsula ends and the Upper begins. I just went through the dunes.
Yeah, but Sheboygan in Michigan is spelled with a C.
C-H-E Boygan.
Sheboygan.
There's also Toppinabee.
Toppinabee. No worries. So many cool, funny named
No, I just
cities.
said there's dunes all the way up the left coast of Michigan, west coast of Michigan. That's about all you can say about it, right?
Did you talk about hell? We're one of like the two
Oh,
places that have
no.
hell.
Oh shit!
It's close to us too. Down. Where are ya?
That's probably not going to show up because it's
Really?
small.
It is tiny.
It should be in. It's like north of Onstead, I thought. Yeah, it's probably not.
It's
Gonna show
probably
up.
not gonna show up.
So somewhere in this general vicinity, and I can bring it up.
Go to hell.
So we have Hell, Michigan.
It's snowing in hell today. Know this.
In Hell, it's snowing in 32. So we have a city that's actually named Hell. It's kitschy, but go. It's funny. So they have all kinds of little stuff. You can buy a piece of hell. You can be the mayor of hell.
Fun fact, I was the mayor of hell and own a piece of hell.
And it's not like the established titles grift. Like let's not get too excited about that. It's they give you like a little bit of dirt and live next door to hell here in Massachusetts. Oh, that's cool.
Oh.
But yeah, you can be mayor. It's fun. Hell did freeze over. They have a mini golf, which our kids love, but it's just a little teeny town, and it's kind of fun. So, encourage you to
You have to pop through.
go to hell when you're here. So when we get up to the bridge, and I know this is the Mackinac Bridge, obviously. So that's the Mackinac Bridge in the background. Is there high water in hell? Yes, it's swampy. So that's the Mackinac Bridge. It connects the Upper and Lower Peninsula. To the right of the Mackinac Bridge, something that you have to do one time's enough, is the Mackinac Island. So you have to take a ferry out to the island. Dear, the long way around is
Long.
like 20 hours, probably.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie, totally surprised you did not make the entire group listen to the spiel about the bridge, just so we just mentioned it vaguely.
I couldn't find the thing.
Well, that makes more sense.
So, yeah, you'd have to go all the way down around through Chicago, back up around and through the UP. It would probably be at least 20 hours, at least. I
Because
couldn't
you're
look it up.
essentially going around the lake.
So if you were,
There used to be, I think there's still a ferry like halfway across.
there's no ferry.
I thought there was a car ferry that still went from like Grand Rapids area over to Wisconsin.
Over to Wisconsin, but it goes to Milwaukee, but you're still hours at
Well,
that
yeah,
point.
but essentially you could cut off a tidbit.
Where should I go next? Iron Mountain.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to take me around there because nobody's psycho enough to do that. But
10 hours, that's not bad.
well, we're not there yet.
To the bridge.
It's still going to take us the other way.
No, it didn't.
So 13 hours, impish. 13 hours.
Nonstop.
So to get around to avoid that bridge. But it's a beautiful bridge. Don't drive on the grates if you're afraid. yeah, one goes to, there's a ferry that takes you. Oh shit! I act like I'm showing the tab, but so you'd have to come all the way down and around, and then back up. And there's a ferry that takes you across right here to Milwaukee. Wow, but Michigan's so beautiful, Ibish. Like, I'll drive. You don't have to drive. You just sleep. People come to Michigan. We're a tourist state.
We are surprisingly a tourist state, but it's really just the water.
So, you would say that coming from Ohio. Gross. Jonathan's in Ohio.
Why?
I don't know. So Mackinac Island there are no cars allowed on the island. So you can go by horse, or you can go by bike, or you can walk. And there's an entire island. There's some stores. You have to take a boat to get over there. It's pretty neat. I've been there. I probably wouldn't go back unless there's something special. But yeah, they have the Grand Hotel, which is really nice. That kind of stuff. So you take the Sheplish Ferry over to Mackinac Island and hang out there. Oh, we could take care of that, Impish. Horse, yeah, go by horseback or go by bike, walking. I think it's only, what is it, like 7 miles around the island?
Yeah, I don't think
It's not
it's
huge.
not as big as you would think it is.
You've never been to the island, Stevie?
Everybody's been to Mackinac.
You should do it one time. Like, one time. Don't do it a second time, but do it one time. So that's about as much as I'm going to say about the island. Nope. Like, no, you're never going to go. You should go. We have some great names up here. We have Dick, Michigan.
Thank God they put that street sign there.
I know. Might be confused. But if you come down US 2, which is a historic route, there's Cut River Bridge. There's a nice beach I'd say about right there, right?
Yeah. Pretty much all of 2 is a beach. Like, they made the road so that you can pull off and get in the water wherever. And there's no people up there. So wherever.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Stevie. Do it before the baby. So this kind of area, well, here's Cockburn Island, but this is Canada. So Canada cuts off right here.
It's a little janky, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of cuts through the waterways, but so that's the international border with Canada. Sault Ste. Marie has the locks. The Sioux locks are pretty neat to take pictures, or they have I did a travel segment on them, so I won't do too much, but they have a boat tour where you can ride through the locks. But they're literally just locks to change the water level because Lake Superior is much higher than Lake Huron that it dumps into. So
it's a big difference too. It's almost like 10 feet?
I think it's like 18 feet.
It's kind of ridiculous.
It probably says right here. I don't feel like reading all this. 21 foot difference.
21 foot.
I thought
Crazy.
It was 18. So you're 21 feet between lakes. So they have to raise and lower every boat that comes in. So
it's almost 3 stories. Let's be real here.
Yeah. So it's
a lot.
It's really cool to see again one time. first locks. Where the hell is he even the other side? That doesn't make any sense.
It's obviously that beautifully constructed like railing there.
So yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. And the Sioux is a pretty neat town. It's spelled Sault, SAULT, STE, Marie, MAR.
It's
Oh,
a
it's
little
right there.
French.
Yeah, very French area. Hey, what's up, Leanie? All right, so now we're back to the map. I won't tell you where my place is, but somewhere in this general vicinity. If you're ever there, come stop by.
Fun
Cabin.
fact: you have to drive to Newberry to get ice cream. Anywhere in that general area.
Or if you need anything else, you drive to Engadine, and they have a gas station.
They do have a gas station.
That
It's
has
an all-in
everything
one.
from movie rentals to pizza. They have ice cream at
They
the
have
gas
an
station.
ice cream shop, but it's hit or miss.
Yep.
If you want to
Hardware,
pick what you want, you got to go to Newberry.
paper goods, anything you need, they have there. But it's expensive.
But some cities don't even have that.
Yeah.
So there you go.
UP is very sparse in population, not a ton of stuff as far as anything else. So,
Good amount of Amish.
yeah, I saw that today. I thought maybe you had a brain injury. I just wasn't saying anything. You are such a lie. Alpena is not the best area. Fantastic. I think we've only been to Jersey once, haven't we?
Have you been to Jersey?
Yeah, we drove through when we went to Delaware and
Oh, yeah.
when we went to
Jersey's
Philly.
Cool. I like Jersey. We could go to New York.
No.
I like New York. They have a lot of really pretty museums.
Screw New York.
It's just dirty. Oh my God, New York smells so bad. It's like a smell you can't get out of your face.
It's a terrible place.
It does smell really bad.
What is it looking up? Oh. So,
Leanie, have you ever met Snicky? That's funny.
so where are we at? So if you go down 123 in Newberry, which is, it's odd, and you go all the way through here, one Paradise is at the end of the road.
And it's not that nice.
Literally. But this is another place that you need to take in.
Does not.
New York sucks.
New York smells like pee, like bad, like that gross ammonia smell, and you can't get it out of your face.
Let's not disparage our viewers in their home states, even though New York sucks.
I mean, I'm sure New York is awesome. I like New York. It just smells.
Tequamenon Falls. This is technically in Paradise, but it's outside of Paradise. So there are the upper and lower falls. God, I don't have any of my pictures on this drive, and I thought they would have freaking pictures. Oh, and then we forgot the Sky Park. But
Hey, the
What the
Presidential Museum, or the Pres Cars. That's Henry Ford.
casinos. Why
That's
does it
because
take you
what's
back?
here is casinos. There's a bunch of them.
Oh, this is not what I want here. I'll just look up. Not on this browser. That's dangerous.
Oh, it came right up.
We'll just look up pictures. So this is the upper falls, and the water turns red because of all the cedar sap. A lot of people think it's iron, but it's not. It's all the cedar runoff. It turns the water red, but the water's really clean.
That's from trees if you're special.
Everybody knows what that cedar sap is.
Some people might not.
So this is the upper falls. And the upper falls are pretty to look at. The lower falls, on the other hand, are really fun because you can go play on them.
There's a guy in the middle of that picture.
So you take a boat, you take a little rowboat, you have to rent it from the state of Michigan. You take a little rowboat across the kind of the catchwater. Oh, there's the bridge that they just put up.
Oh, yeah, we haven't been since they did that.
No. So, and the kids and stuff can play. They love it. There's one of them. I was trying to look for it, and I should have brought my pictures because they're better than these. There's one of them that's like a heavier water flow. So you go to this middle island, and you're surrounded by falls on either side. And you play on a hot day. Everybody's at Tequamanon and playing in the falls. And there are different levels, so you can be in ankle deep water, or you can be up to your neck. Like, it's fun. So, and there's one of these where you can dive underneath the fall, and you can be underneath the water, and there's quite a bit of water coming over on the other side of it. I didn't see a picture of it, but
I thought I did, but then
right there.
Yeah.
So the water comes over it, and you can go underneath the falls right there. So, so it's really cool. It's great on a hot day, hot Michigan day. A lot of fun. So kids love it. And then in the same area, you have Kitchikippy. And this is Big Spring. This little platform right here, you just row it, or you just pull it across with a rope or whatever. And it's really clean, really, you can see all the way to the bottom, beautiful blue, and it's just a natural spring. Yeah, Kitchikippy is a fun name. But they have a park there. Oh, there's one. They have good ones of that.
Yeah.
That looks
so you can see like the
amazingly
rope.
like a penis.
It does actually. That's funny. You can see the rope. They just have it on both sides, and then whoever's in the little boat doodad has to realize they have to pull on the rope and continue to pull to get to the other side of the spring.
Yeah.
Which is always kind of fun for a minute to decide who's going to end up having to pull the rope.
Go green, baby.
Go white.
Spartans all day. I hate University of Michigan. But yeah, so this is not an all-day activity. It's like 10 minutes. But it's fun, and the water's so clear that it's worth stopping.
Oh my gosh, and there's giant fish at the bottom of there because you're not allowed to fish, but you can see them, which is really cool.
And I missed this when we went across the bridge, so we'll go back over just for Impish. Yeah, it's gorgeous, but so we missed this and I forgot about it. But so they have the Headlands. It's an international dark sky park. It's literally just a park. It looks rather unremarkable from there, but you're not allowed to have any light whatsoever. So you can have a clear view of the skies. If you have any like safety light or anything, it has to be a red light so it doesn't contaminate anything. Well, we'll kind of touch on that, Snafu, but I'll tell you why in a minute. So Darkland Sky Park is back over the bridge, and it is right here. So it's right here. And all this area, there's no light and stuff like that. Really cool. There's history. So you have to drive back here, and it's like a winding road. There's history about different astronomers and stuff like that on the sides of the driving trail. And that's all free. There's no charge for the Sky Park. hate Darrow's.
I've
Terrible
never been
restaurant.
there.
Don't go to Darrow's.
Have we been there?
We weren't with Bimol. We covered this since we're back here. We covered this in the War of 1812, or the War of 1812 that I did. It's a colonial Michilimackinac. It's a fort. Oh, I was just thinking, why is everything closed? It's winter.
Yeah, because nothing is open.
Yeah, don't come in the winter.
There's nothing to do.
See, Impish, that's the bridge. That's not too.
Yeah, it doesn't look. Looks like any normal.
Yeah.
It looks like a dock. It looks fine.
There's the lighthouse there. There's the
So
bridge.
pretty.
Bridge
Winter.
with the ice. I was trying to get to the fort. So
I don't think we've ever paid to actually go in there.
I have, but it's been a while.
We have not.
Yeah, like I said, I've been chasing the Northern Lights too. One day it will happen, but so here's the historic fort. It's all preserved. This is the War of 1812 fort, and they have some outbuildings, stuff like that, and it's right on the lake. So it's cool. We'll probably go next time, but they have some cannons, and it protects it from, because that was Canada's. So yeah, that's a little bit about that. What am I missing? So we went to Dick.
Mm-hmm.
We went up to the Sioux.
We went to Paradise.
We went to Paradise. Oh, that's what I was going to hit. I'll have some pictures. I'm trying to get Jeff to come on to talk about this. But this is Shipwreck Museum on Whitefish Point. So I'll explain the significance. Yes, I grew up, born and raised here. So this is the stuff from the Edmund Fitzgerald. The bell is in here somewhere, but so yeah, there it is, Edmund Fitzgerald bell. So this is the Shipwreck Museum in the Whitefish Point Lake Station. Beautiful area, beautiful area.
Great rock hunting area because it's at a good point.
Yeah, if you're a rock hunter like we are,
and the beach is beautiful. It's cold. You can't get into Lake Superior even in like the heat of the summer. However, there's also no air
here.
And it's beautiful there.
There's a good picture. So this is the beach. So this is from the light tower, the lighthouse. This is the beach, and as you can see, there's rocks. You can kind of see. And this is the actual point. So, great. Now I'm sad. For what?
That's funny.
So, I'm hoping to have Jeff on. He said we'll work it out, but so the Edmund Fitzgerald sank somewhere in this general location right here. And the key is in November we get ocean-like waves for lake-like boats. So when they're coming across, if they reach this point, they're safe because this is calm water. But out here, they'll list and sink. So
there's actually a lot of tours where you can look at how many boats have sunk in Lake Superior.
Well, I was just getting to that. So, in Munising, so if we come down here, drive down this road because Mystic
Do not drive down that road. Your car will be ruined.
H58. Take that road all the way down. It's such a beautiful drive. Takes you about 9 hours, seems like.
Oh my god. You can only go 20. Absolutely horrible. It's not like a road. It's like a fake road. It's horrible. Don't do it.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's always the thing. Like I antagonize them by well, I think this is the only way we can go.
And it's not. You can take real roads.
So as you get to Munising, you have Christmas. There's a casino in Christmas. And there's Santa Claus outside the casino.
I think that's the whole town is the casino with the Santa.
Yeah. Hey, Danielle. So if you go to Munising, that's one thing I forgot. There's so much here.
There it is.
We have absolutely gorgeous waterfalls all throughout this area of Michigan, and all throughout Michigan, really, the Upper Peninsula. But Munising is like the waterfall capital. There's a ton of waterfalls, and I'll at some point put those pictures up somewhere. Another thing that's cool to do in Munising is you take a glass bottom boat tour. So this boat has a glass bottom, and you can see the shipwrecks because Superior is so cold and so clear that you can see to the bottom and see the actual shipwrecks that are undisturbed there. And these are all around Grand Isle. So that's an actual picture. You can see the actual ship at the bottom completely preserved. It's really neat. So here's another one of this boat. So yeah, that's a really cool experience. Definitely a must do in Michigan. Munising. Where else was I going?
I don't know.
If you're a diver, there's a lot of diving in Michigan.
I think they let you dive by the shipwrecks too. You just have to have a special.
You have
to go with
license.
a group and stuff
Right.
or something.
Right.
Which would be really cool.
They do actually diving tours and stuff like that out there. So
That would also be cool.
if that's your thing.
Marquette? Are we going to Marquette?
Well, I was gonna finish on Pictured Rocks. So
Okay.
So as we get out this way, we have Iron Mountain, which is where they used to do all the iron mining. It's farther away than you think. And so then if we go up to this area, this is the Porcupine Mountains. Yeah, Michigan has mountains. Eat it.
Are they though?
Not really.
They're kind of like big hills.
They're big hills, but they're on
It
the
counts.
shore. I was looking to see if they have. Well, that's it, but that's a terrible picture. This is called Lake of the Clouds because when you get up there, it looks like clouds. Because it's just the way that the thing is. You don't like heights or impish. That's what I thought. You don't like heights or bridges? You're weird. This is one of the many places I got in trouble because I was out here trying to take a picture, like out on the edge here. And it's like a sheer cliff drop down. Remember that? When you were yelling at me?
Because I was like, dude, if you die and I have a baby, I'm going to be pissed.
So the Lake of the Clouds, it's gorgeous. Ontonagon.
You got it wrong.
Oh, I normally get it wrong.
Imp is cool with heights.
Impish will yell at me. And then this is the Copper Peninsula. So I don't know. Would you drive all the way up there again?
No, but we did everything the one time, so we didn't have to.
Right. Yeah.
And there's really only the one thing to do, so I feel like it was a win.
So Copper Harbor is just a small town. There's a buoy out here. I don't know.
I mean, I might go back to look at the buoy again.
But again, it's one of those things that you do one time. If you come back into the Houghton Hancock area, there's a space company, Orbion Space. There is a Michigan Tech, like I talked about the other day. and you can tour some different copper mines in like Calumet, this kind of central area. So you can see where they mine the copper. We went down into Quincy Mine, I believe, last time.
Yeah, that sounds right. That was actually really cool.
Yeah, that was cool too. So, but then we'll finish up with one of our gems, the Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore, and something that I absolutely encourage. Did you think? Is there anything else I missed?
No, it's mostly just casinos.
It's not mostly just casinos. There's some casinos.
It's the UP. It's mostly just casinos.
There's casinos.
All the good
bars.
stuff, and then a bunch of casinos in between.
Yeah.
So if you like to gamble, there are a lot of casinos.
Yeah, if gambling's your thing, they're all over.
What you doing?
I was gonna finish.
But again, you can't go in the winter. Oh, fun fact. Everybody has a snowmobile because you can't drive there.
Yeah, you can't get in.
Like once it snows, it's there until it melts.
Yep.
Wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, they have one in Mackinac. Talk to him for 2 seconds.
Trying to think of what else.
I haven't been.
I don't know. It's so pretty up there. Well, and the other cool thing is like, so between the 3 lakes, Superior, Huron, and Lake Michigan, like you could be at all 3 of them within what, like 2 hours, I would say. One end to be, so like from Lake Michigan to drive straight across the UP is only about an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's about 90 minutes.
In some places, it's not even that far, which is really cool. Now, Superior is absolutely freezing, and it's much larger than you realize. Michigan is beautiful. That's where you go to the beach. Huron supposedly is getting cleaner, which would be good. But essentially, for a really long time, Huron was not a place to go into. But I've heard it's nice now, so it's hard to know.
You're not too stupid for Mighty Streams. Like, if you have questions, ask. This one's just fun, but I believe you're talking about the Monday, Tuesday. Just ask. Like, I'll explain anything.
Man bun, we've got this. No worries.
I found one for Mackinac Island, so we'll watch this one too, and then we'll finish up with Pictured Rocks.
You take the long drive up I-75, and you take a ferry ride that will pass by a lighthouse and a bridge. And amidst the bluest water is an island that is pure Michigan. Many make the trip to Mackinac Island for the pleasure of a bike ride, or to check out a grand hotel, or enjoy a horse-pulled carriage ride through streets filled with horse crap. The streets of Mackinac have plenty of it, but it doesn't stop anybody from enjoying some fudge, which Mackinac Island is famous for. And while a horse might stop for a moment from his workday to relieve himself, it doesn't bother anybody, because Mackinac Island is our getaway from work. It's for pleasure and relief, and even horses are allowed to take a moment to have some pleasure and relief. Mackinac Island. It's pure Michigan.
Summed it up pretty well. Yeah, horses will just pee all over the place.
Yeah, because they're horses.
So, also, we almost forgot about that. There is great fudge on the Mackinac side. Like, Mackinac fudge is so good. Oh, my God.
It's actually, too, like, random fun fact. So Mackinac is like the touristy town, but on the other side of the bridge is St. Ignace, which is like the not so touristy, but has all of the same stuff town. So like pretty much everything is cheaper over there, and they have a better pizza place.
Yeah. So if you're in any of the surrounding areas, it's a chain-ish, but it's not a chain. They have like 5 restaurants, and they're all in the UP. BC Pizza is absolutely fantastic.
It is good. We stop every time to grab pizza to eat in the car for the last little trip.
And they still have an all-you-can-eat buffet, so that's awesome. All right. So I wanted to go back to the map. So if we come back up here, there's actually a U.S. Coast Guard station in Grand Marais. Yes, that's called Grand Marais. Grand, not grand.
Again, think French.
Grand. So drop the D. Marais.
Ooh, the wildlife refuge is actually pretty cool. Did you
Oh,
talk
Sini?
about that?
No. I mean, you can.
I wasn't that into it. I was just like, meant to like a note.
So
like
it's
that's
just
pretty drive.
You just drive through this national protected wildlife refuge, and there's a bunch of animals.
Last time we were up north, a bear cub ran in front of our car. That was kind of cool.
We did see a bear. But yeah, so Sini, that's a pretty place. And again, that's a free thing to do. Just drive through. So anyways, finishing up on one of our treasures, Pictured Rocks National Lakeshore. So 10 out of 10, have to, 100%, have to. Cattle Raptor, are you from Michigan as well? Because it sounds like you are, but I haven't asked.
Man, it looks pretty in the winter too.
Do you see the fucking snow?
I didn't say I'd go. I said it's nice that somebody else took pictures of it so you can see it.
This path is a good 3 feet down. You know how the things are. Like,
that's why I'm enjoying the picture that someone else took, trucking through the snow.
So stunning scenic sights. That's an understatement. It is gorgeous. And we'll get to some of them, but there are beaches, there are rock hunting, the historic log slide where they slid the rocks or the logs down that they cut.
Funny story. If you slide down there and can't get back up, the helicopter has to come get you, and it takes like 2.5 hours to get them over there. And they said it costs like $350.
Yeah,
because there's a big sign.
Yeah, there's a sign, like because it's very steep and it's very high, and on a summer day you can't make it back up. And if you get to the bottom, you're 20 miles either way from anywhere being able to get back up. Yes, I agree. And so you have to call the U.S. Coast Guard, and they charge you, I think it's up to $350 now for a helicopter ride back because they have to rescue you. And they're just dunes, and they're beautiful.
And you really want to slide down. That's why there's signs that say, please don't do that if you can't get back
up. And then if you take the Pictured Rocks cruises, which I highly suggest, little on the pricey side, but again, it's one of those things that you have to do. They have a nighttime cruise too. So you get on a boat and you go out to the Pictured Rocks. And so this is one of them, and I'll just take you through their Portal Point. So you can see all the different layers and stuff. It's so gorgeous. Sunset cruise, see?
Yeah, we did that once. It was actually really pretty, I thought, at sunset.
These are the minerals running down the thing. So, and like I said, there's all kinds of.
What'd you do?
I don't. Hell if I know. I was trying to make the picture bigger because I don't care about the words.
I definitely think it's worth seeing from the water, though, instead of just going to the park. But I know you can go to the park.
I would 100% agree with that. If you're into the hiking deal, if you're into that kind of thing, there are so many trails. What the hell did I do now? There we go. You can kayak. There's no heights from the boat. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're worried about heights, do it from the boat.
And if you're afraid of boats, you're never very far from the edge. So, like, worst case, you could swim. It's just cold.
Sorry, Beaver. I thought
it's just shade.
I thought it was just shade, so I was I was ignoring Rumble, but good to see you, Beaver. Speaking of volcanoes. Oh, the Murdoch trial starting? Okay.
Good to know.
So then we have Miner's Castle. Miner's Castle is beautiful. This water's so clear. Oh. And then all the different pictured rocks. Like I said, there's Lover's Leap. There's Bridal Veil Falls. Chapel Rock is actually on one of the U.S. quarters. It's this tree that decided to grow over this, like it's isolated from the actual shore. It's odd, but it's pretty cool. And then the old lighthouse, and then of course fall colors. If you can get up there in the fall, absolutely suggest it. But so that is what I have for you in Michigan.
In a nutshell.
In a nutshell, absolutely beautiful place.
I would actually say, Jude, that a lot of them, because when we were like pushing around a stroller, essentially, I could get almost anywhere.
Yeah,
I was surprised.
They've been doing a lot better. I would say most of
the waterfalls, and they tell you at the front if you can't.
Right, like
which was helpful.
Laughing Whitefish, you couldn't get there.
No.
But most of them, yeah, you can. So even, especially if you go to the Munising area for falls, a lot of those are pathed and very accessible at this point. So.
Even like Kitchi Kippy, that was handicap
Kitchi Kippy is accessible.
A lot, like more than you would think. You're able to. They're trying to be all inclusive, I suppose.
Yeah,
you can get to. It was
even Tequamanon at this point. Is accessible
because
they built the bridge. But,
right, because it used to be like the upper falls had like a path that I could take the stroller,
yeah.
But the lower ones, because the boat, it was what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So you could see it, but you couldn't like get to it. But apparently now you can.
Right. So now they have an actual path. So, see, Lolly, you're ignored though. Like you act like you're shocked about this. Well, it's because you suck, Bobby. Go back and watch it. I started late. It's my fault. It's a walking bridge. It's not like a.
Like even I'm trying to think like Meyer Gardens, Henry Ford,
Meyer
like
Gardens,
all of
yeah.
that. A lot of
accessible.
Almost everything that we listed, I would say is handicap accessible. The Air Zoo certainly was.
Holland
is just beautiful. A lot of towns you just walk around into.
Right. Even the dunes up there, there's paths and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But yeah, that's what we got for you for Michigan. Beautiful place. I encourage everybody to take the opportunity to come visit. I'm gonna do these a little bit more structured moving forward. I just wanted to see what I wanted to kind of do. So we'll work on it. No, you suck. Tonight, Rumble exclusive, going to be live streaming the Gretchen Whitmer State of the State because she has some opinions about firearms that I'd like to definitely comment on. So, Rumble exclusive, we will start when the speech starts. I don't know when that is, so keep an eye out.
Are you going to start it on YouTube and send everybody over to Rumble?
Probably. We'll probably start on YouTube and send everybody over. So, yes. Well, I like that people pop in and out and, hang out for a little bit. So, I appreciate you all. We'll see everyone this evening for the Whitmer State of the State. I agree, buddy, but I'm going to rebut with my opinion. So, all right, y'all. Have a great day.
Bye.
We'll see you this evening.